Hi, I'm Vikram Gore from Motorscribes, and I'm out here to celebrate a very big day with a very special person, the big man himself from Volkswagen India. So, Ashish, great to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
And it is a big day, so I'm going to let you take over and let's start with what we're celebrating today.
So I think, it's a celebration of a lot of things. First of all, the first year, the Taigun completing 1 year of hustle. So we call it Hustle Mode 1. It's been an exciting journey. That's one celebration. And I think the bigger celebration is companionship with all of you to be here on this occasion, to get back together and see how the journey has been. And of course, the big news of the 5-star GNCAP rating for the Taigun.
Absolutely. We'll get to that in just a little bit, sir. But first, let's talk about the product itself.
Yeah.
1 year of the Taigun in India, 1 year of getting Hustle Mode on, and it has really done well for the company.
Yeah.
So is there a little you can share in terms of insight and numbers?
I think if I look at pure numbers itself, over the last 1 year, the Taigun has got more than 45,000 bookings, and we have delivered close to 28,000 cars so far. Right, so slight disappointment from me and my team because we couldn't meet the demand that existed in the market because of the obvious supply side shortages that we had. So that's a little bit of from a volume side, I would say disappointment. But no matter, these are things which were not under your control. But in terms of customer response and customer demand, it has been overwhelming. It has even met and exceeded our expectations in terms of the product, and that can be seen in terms of how the customers react to this car on the road as well. So that's something which has been a great journey in terms of satisfaction with the product and the entire journey. Last 1 year, I would say extremely satisfied. A lot of challenges, a lot of new things that we had to do. We had to turn around the entire portfolio. We had to turn around the entire brand. We had to turn around the entire speak about the brand, which I think successfully we have done.
And in terms of the split between the 1 liter and the 1.5, what sort of numbers are you seeing over there?
See, if I look at the Taigun, for example, currently the demand for the 1.5 stands at around 30%. Okay, we had planned initially with 15 to 20%, but based on the demand, we actually took it up to 25%. But still, the demand continues to be higher than what we are supplying. But this October to December period, we have sufficient volumes available. We have taken that feedback on board. We have ramped up our production of the 1.5. So right now, from October to December, if a customer wants to buy any of the variants of the Taigun, they're available with very less waiting time.
That's amazing. I mean, to overcome, and we've seen challenges after challenges. I mean, forget the pandemic, we also had the semiconductor issue.
Exactly.
And to overcome all of that is definitely something big.
Yeah.
So 1 year done. What do we see next for the next year?
A lot of exciting things lined up. I think the product is still fresh, and we have to make sure that it keeps fresh, right? Because a product is not made for only 1 year. A product is made for a life cycle of 7 to 10 years. So you have to continuously keep on evolving the features, the look and feel of the car, the kind of, drivetrains that you have in the car. So those are aspects we will continue to keep on working on based on what the market is needing, what the customers are needing, and try to keep the product fresh.
And you have been doing that as well. I mean, a lot of customer feedback has come in. So the Taigun, even in 1 short year, has evolved.
Of course. And you have to react fast. You cannot let customers keep on waiting for an eternity for the feedback that is valid, right? Today, in the day and age of social media, you have to be very careful what is valid feedback and what is just fluff, right? So that is a big task to filter out what actually matters to customers and what is just a dream, right? So that the valid feedback we do take on board, and we make sure that we react fast to it. For example, we did get feedback from customers on the roof liner of the Taigun. We changed that around very quickly. On the Virtus, we brought it down, brought it right from the start with the new roof liner. We had feedback from the customer on introducing the start and stop on all variants. We did that. We had feedback from customers on the GT that they didn't like the red inserts in some of the external colors. We changed that around very fast. So these are aspects that you have to react very fast to. Right, sometimes in a production and in a development, kind of an environment, it takes a little bit of time, because you have to develop new components. You have to do the testing. You cannot just plonk a new component into a car. We are committed to regulations and we are committed to safety. So any change that we do into the car has to go through its protocol of testings and regulations, right? That takes a little bit of time to implement any changes. But I would say that very happy that we could implement some of the feedback that customers have given us. And you mentioned the semiconductor shortages, but I'm very proud to say that even in spite of all those challenges, in the face of those challenges, we never compromised on our product. Yeah, we made sure that all our cars continue with the product offering that was promised to customers. For example, the infotainment system, we never compromised, we never brought in a smaller, or we continued with the 10-inch infotainment system, although it did affect our ability to supply cars to the market. But that is something which customers appreciate, and we made sure that we stay true to our promise.
And you obviously, to end our conversation here, sir, you got a great birthday present for the Taigun, which is the GE NCAP rating.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it earlier. So can you shed a little bit of light on this achievement of the Taigun?
I think all of us believed it in our heart, Vikram. We have spoken about this so much that why do customers buy a Volkswagen? Because it gives them that safety envelope feeling. Once you're inside the car, you inherently know that this is a safe car and it will protect me no matter what. Right?
Correct.
So that is something which is fundamental to our whole philosophy as a brand. So no compromises on that. But it is always good that a global body like GE NCAP, with the new stringent testing standards, has certified it as 5-star, not only in occupant safety, but in child safety as well. Now, in fact, the Taigun is not only the safest SUV, but the safest car in India.
Correct.
Right? So it is a reaffirmation of the expectations that customers anyway have from Volkswagen brand. And I'm very proud that we could meet those commitments.
Yeah, but safety has been your brand DNA as well. So, it's there. You've always been ahead of the curve when it comes to products in India.
No, and I think as manufacturers and as people who cover automobiles, it is also our responsibility to take this matter forward, to take this conversation forward, to make sure that customers make a responsible, right choice.
Yeah.
Right. And I think any life saved is worth anything else.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
And on that note, congratulations once again. It's a wonderful product. I've had the joy of driving it so much in recent times.
I saw your video, brilliant, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. If you want to see that video, I'll put it in the link of this video.
Yeah, please do.
But it's a great fun drive that we did across the south.
Yeah.
But that car, and when you're talking about hustling, sir, I took it up from my farm to Kodaikanal. It's a 48-kilometer hill climb.
Okay.
And that car, the way it goes around those corners and up the mountain is just pure joy.
I know. And with somebody who drives so well, it is double joy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Wonderful talking.
Thank you.